Welcome back to another day in the life of a reseller vlog. Today is Saturday, March 23rd. It's rainy outside, kind of a rainy, gloomy day. We're inside trying to finish the unboxing of a $287 storage unit I purchased out there in Mukilteo. If you've watched the videos the last couple days, I've been opening the boxes and getting into bags and finding all kinds of fun stuff. Today that unboxing continues. We're going to get into this little travel suitcase, a little black travel suitcase. I peeked in, it looks like it has mostly clothes in it, so we're going to get into it, see if there's any other hidden treasures deep within that little travel bag, and maybe open a few more items that are lingering there in the garage. I'll show you the keyboard as well. There was a keyboard in this. We're still looking for the power supply. So I'm trying to piece together some of these electronics and get them working. I did find this power supply to the Pebble magnifier that sold for $350 brand new online. I looked it up, so we'll have to get that listed and try to get some money for it. Plugged it in, it works fine, so we got some money, potential money sitting there in that item. And of course we'll get into that photo station. We'll find some fresh inventory to get listed. I did finish listing a couple pair of shoes this morning and revised quite a few items. I think 30 items in my store. I lowered the price point and added calculated shipping to those items, so hopefully that will lead to some more sales. Speaking of sales, we did have some sales come into the big store this morning. Let's see what sold. Looks like we had 4 sales for $84.70 overnight, $84.70 for 4 sales. Let's see what sold. First item sold for $14.51. It was actually 2 items, a medium champion duo dry blue crew neck t-shirt, short sleeve polyester, and a medium champion crew neck duo dry t-shirt, short sleeve polyester. So 2 duo dry champion t-shirts. Yeah, maybe the second one might be black in color. So 1 blue, 1 black, I think. $14.51 for those 2. Second item sold for $15.47. It's a vintage large red and white floral flower jewelry petals brooch pin, keyword 3 inches. So this is the 3rd brooch pin to sell. I listed about 10 of them, I think, and this is the 3rd one to sell. So we're making some progress on getting some of that jewelry sold. Third item sold for $31.17. It's a pair of size 8M men's Georgia Giant black leather men's dress loafers work shoes. And the 4th and final sold for $23.55. It's a large Under Armour red polyester polo shirt, short sleeve men's loose fit. Has the WSU logo on the front. So there you see it, 5 items, 4 orders for $84 and some change. I'm going to go locate those items and we'll get them packed up and ready to go to the post office. Alright, through the magic of video there they appear. 5 orders, actually 4 orders, 5 items ready for shipment. We're going to get those ready. We're going to get some shipping labels printed and get those in the tote ready to go to the post office. But first we're going to take a little break for lunch. There it is. This is today's lunch. The wife was nice enough to make it for me. You can tell because she cut it in half. I usually don't cut mine. Alright, there they are. 4 orders, and here come those shipping labels. Let's get them ready for the post office. Alright, we got an empty tote again. Time to fill it up. We got 4 orders ready for it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, now that we got those orders fulfilled, it's time to head into that garage, get into that suitcase I told you guys about. We're going to open that up and see what we got in there. See what kind of brand name clothing there might be. Maybe there'll be some valuable in there. Yesterday we peeked in there and saw that it was mostly clothing, but I haven't yet to check the brands and the sizes and everything else. And who knows, there may be some hidden treasures in there. So we'll get into it. I'll give you guys a look at it and let you guys know what we find. So I did get to the bottom of this bag. This was a bag with a tablecloth and all those little things to attach it to a table. There was some plates here or for pie. I think they were serving up pie with some sort of forks and spoons. But there was a little thing here where you can accept payment. It's called Sum Up. So it's something where you can add it up and accept payment. It has a little credit card acceptor. So I'm not sure if that has any value, but could. I'll have to look it up and see. Also some other ties and clasps. And we did find the power supply to this little pebble. I'm not sure if I showed you guys that. That is ready to go as well. So some good finds out of that bag. Did find a few more little items here. Looks like some sort of spray there. T-Mobile. I think I might have showed you guys that there. We had this little hole punch and another corkscrew, a wine corkscrew. These were some little coins from some church or something. And then, of course, a rainy day like today, we need an umbrella, so we got one. We're ready to go. Here's a little recap of some of the other things we did find in this unit. You watched previous videos, you guys saw this. There was a bike, and we had all kinds of bike accessories, a helmet, some flashlight flares, a pump here. There was some nice Bushnell binoculars. There was a little learning guitar in here with some extra strings, and this I think is a tuner or something like that. This was some sort of heated travel case for food. You can open it there or here, so some good stuff there. This was in there as well, a little two-stroke gas generator to go power. So that was a valuable item. Down here we got some of the electronics we found, a little camera, a little CD player, all kinds of phones, some eyeglass cases, a little key fob for a vehicle, a little webcam, and all kinds of fun stuff. This we have yet to get into as well. It's a little briefcase. There was some information on their Bible, on humility. They took some notes here. Here's their nice little Bible. There was this iPad and a couple of yearbooks, so all kinds of fun stuff we could potentially sell if we wanted to. I don't think I've showed this. This is something new. There was a crock pot in here, a nice crock pot, pretty big as you can see. So we'll have to take that upstairs, see if the wife wants it. If not, it'll be up for grabs. This is one of the nicer items as well, a little Epson printer. We're still looking for the power supply for this one, but we do have a box over there that may have it. So I'm going to keep trying to match it up and see if we can find the power supply for this one. There's a look at that bike. The bike was also in this unit. $284, $284 we paid for this entire unit. But here's what you guys came for. We were going to get into this suitcase and see what kind of clothes and other items might be in this suitcase. All right, before we get into that suitcase, let's take a look at the box of shoes. We found some shoes here, some flats there, some insoles, but here were some pretty nice shoes, a few nice pairs. This is a pair of Nikes and Christian Soriano heels. We got a pair of Nike Air Force Ones here. Those will be worth quite a bit of money. And we got some Nike Air Maxes. Those are worth quite a bit of money. And here is a pair of Adidas Stryfen. Stryfen as the brand, as the type. So a nice batch of shoes. Probably this Air Force Ones and these Air Maxes are probably worth the most money. But the rest are probably, you know, decent amount as well. So I'm still looking for the power supply to this one, but it is a Yamaha PSR 510. It appears to have some white residue on it. Needs to be cleaned up a little, brushed up a little, wiped down. It probably has not been used in years. Has the numbers here, or letters rather, on the keys. And we don't even know if this thing works, but we'll keep looking for the power supply. If we find it, we could fire this thing up and see if it is operational. If not, we might have to buy the power supply to test it. I was hoping to find the power supply in this box of cords here, but I'm not seeing it. Searching for it, but we'll have to see what kind of outlet it has back here. Alright, we got into this briefcase. There was nothing in it except like a few personal photos and paperwork, so we're gonna recycle most of that and probably donate this briefcase to the Goodwill. So That one is done. Did find another car manual. This one is for a 2017 Honda Civic. Alright, there were two little cooking ovens, one with toaster oven type thing up here, the Power XL, and then the microwave down here, KitchenAid microwave. And then there was a little portable stove here for camping, it looks like, so a little propane based stove. So there was a couple of nice little cooking items. Alright, we got things cleaned up into one little box here. We got a couple pair of nice shoes ready to list there. Those Air Maxes and Air Force Ones. Those will be good money right there. We got the keyboard up here ready to be cleaned. We're still looking for that power supply. We might check with a friend of ours who's a musician. Darcy, if you want to come over, check this out. See if it's worth salvaging. Let me know. Could maybe donate it to somebody if you think of anybody who might want this. So now that you guys have sat through all that, here's the moment you've been waiting for. We're going to get into this suitcase and see what kind of clothes this turns up. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is go through this suitcase, show you anything good or fun that shows itself to me, and give you guys a look at that. The rest of it, whatever needs to be washed, I'll put in the laundry basket here to be washed, and what doesn't, I'll put in a tote ready to be listed. That's the plan as we go through this suitcase. So let's take a look. I've got the first item out here. Let's look at it. There's a little graphic t-shirt. It says, "Today is a good day to have a good day. Today is a good day to have a good day." Jerry Lee is the brand. So pretty cool little graphic tee. Of course, they have the sleepwear. They've got a wound up size, extra large 19. Says, "I don't do mornings. I don't do mornings." All right, we got a pretty nice hooded sweatshirt here, a full zip Under Armour. The only flaw it has is one little burn hole right here that I see. So that would be a decent amount of value on that one, probably $20 sweatshirt, maybe $15 because of the burn hole. Here's a nice Nike USC sweatshirt. Unfortunately, it's seen its better day. Look at these cuffs on this thing. Man, they wore this one, and look at the collar, totally trashed. Even the bottom hem is shows signs of wash wear, but still a piece that you could probably list and sell because of the brand, but it is significantly worn. So when you do these storage unit cleanouts, you often find the most interesting graphic t-shirts. Here's another fun one. Let's take a look. Here it is. It looks like it has a flower. It says, "I'm blunt because God rolled me that way." I'm blunt because God rolled me that way. So the tote is filling up. Nothing worth showing you. A Worthington t-shirt, a graphic t-shirt, a floral t-shirt. There's another graphic sleepwear t-shirt, XXL 19 by Wound Up. It says, "Just deal with it." So these are probably t-shirts they wore to bed or whatever. This one's got a little bleach stain down here, so probably it's an insignificant value. Just deal with it. We're getting to the bottom of this suitcase. Here's another graphic t-shirt I'll show you. Not a lot of value in this stuff, but some fun graphic tees. It says, "If my mouth doesn't say it, my face definitely will. If my mouth doesn't say it, my face definitely will." So here's a pretty nice woman's dress, a little checkerboard design, a little check design. The brand is Nagu, Naggoo, made in China. It's polyester spandex blend, but this is a nice, very soft material, so that's why I showed it to you guys. Kind of one of the nicer, newer items found in this suitcase. Much of the stuff has been pretty well worn, but this is a newer kind of spring summer dress. Here's another one kind of in the same vein, very soft, kind of has a snowflake design or something, has open side pockets on there and a hood, so it's really soft. Even the inside of the pockets are super soft. I think it might be designed as kind of a sweatshirt, but it does run a little bit longer, almost like a dress. But a nice little piece here. There's no brand that I see on it, so maybe it's kind of one of those made in China type of things, but definitely some quality fabric on this one, and kind of a cool design if you look at that little snowflake type floral design. Alright, there you see it, an empty suitcase. Here's that last item. It was a nice little polka dot woman's dress. Short sleeve, perfect for springtime. So there were a few nice dresses in this one. This is a little V-neck, has a spot for a belt, but I didn't see a belt to go along with it. But nice little polka dot classic design. So I think that's officially the end of the clean out of the $287 Mukilteo unit. I think you guys have seen it all over the last few days. I tried to give a nice recap today of everything we found. There's been a lot of great clothing. That tote was about half full, suitcase full of clothing. Nothing great came out of that. I was hoping for a little something better, maybe a vintage t-shirt or something, but they wore their stuff well, and they did have a few nice dress items that will be able to be sold somewhere down the line once I get around to listing them. But I think the best clothing items were actually the workwear. I do have that in the laundry right now, getting ready to be washed. All that reflective gear, let me give you guys a reminder about that. Showed it in yesterday's video, but it's all here getting ready to be washed, all this reflective gear. And the best of the best were these two jackets right here. One of them was a little bit nicer than the other. I'm kind of looking at them, deciding if they need to be washed or not. This one here is probably the nicer one. Port West, a nice extra large reflective jacket, and Tingley was the other one here. The Tingley might be a little bit less valuable, but still both nice jackets, probably $50 to $100 value. And then we have all the rain gear and the sweatshirts and all the reflective gear that's going to be washed up and listed along with that. So the workwear definitely turned out to be a win in this unit. So I think what I'm going to do is get that load of laundry running and pull some hats to get photographed and listed. I also want to list these boots. I bought those boots yesterday, those Sims boots, kind of fishing style with the felt on the bottom. Bought them for $20. I'm not going to get greedy with those, but I'm going to get them posted as soon as possible so I could turn that for profit, as well as some of these hats. Some quick and easy listers, and we'll worry about the rest of this stuff at a later date. But we got about a tote half full from that suitcase, like I said. Good listing stuff to go along with the 5 totes we had from the last unit. I did put a few clothing items from this unit in that tote as well. So we're approaching 6 totes full of clothing in just 2 storage units. Invested $287 in this last one, and the one before, I forget exactly how much I paid for it, but it was a nice Linden unit, about the same amount. I think a couple $100. So you're spending, you know, $500 and you're getting a 6 totes full of clothing. You can definitely turn that for profit, and then you get everything else that I've shown you as well. So you know, it's a game of just doing the work. You get the stuff and you got to decide what to keep and what you want to donate. That's the toughest part of it all. We got a lot of kitchenware that the wife is sorting out upstairs. I think that's the only thing I didn't really show you too much of. Pots and pans. It was pretty low-end stuff. Most of it will probably be donated. She'll probably just keep a few little items that might be a little bit better than what we're currently using. So that's one of the benefits of doing this. Clean out your pantry, gets a little bit fuller, and your kitchen utensils tend to improve. So one benefit of this hard work. But like I said, I'm going to get those things photographed. I'll put these hats out here, give you guys a look at what we'll be photographing and listing tonight. I'm just grabbing from these 2 stacks of hats we got going on. I got a dozen down here that I pulled, ready to get photographed and listed. Let me show you what we got. We got the Cleveland Browns here. These came from some hat lots I purchased, various hat lots. You might recognize some of these if you've watched the videos. Proud to be an American. This one is Emerald Society. Some of these are kind of true vintage hats. That one definitely is, and this one definitely is as well. AMS, not much value to that one, but there's one I picked up yesterday at the Goodwill. A nice Switzerland hat. Kind of has the silver lettering on the front here with the cross symbol there. This is a true vintage Chevrolet. It does have a little sweat stain there, but true vintage trucker style snapback on the Nissan tag. And here's one I picked up yesterday at Goodwill, Stranger Things, the popular series there. We're getting the red, white, and blue colorway, the trucker style with the vented back there. Here's one that came in the recent Grandpa's Closet lot, Jegs High Performance. I'm not familiar with Jegs, but this does have a nice gold, yellow, and black colorway there. This one's cool. I like this one, the Snoopy hat. Look at Snoopy there looking all proud on the front. And here's one we got at Goodwill yesterday, a Nike swoosh. This one is a fitted Legacy 91 Nike hat, so those are popular. Here's one, I think that this is from the Discovery launch. They went down there and I think they picked this one up during that. Has a Walker and Garn, has the names of people, the Seddon, Griggs, and Hoffman. Bobco and Williams. So then maybe that's who are on the Discovery. We'll have to do some research and see if those were the astronauts there. And then here's the last one. I picked this one up yesterday as well. Can you guys see that? It says love on there with a little heart. Just there it is, a little love graphic. Just a plain black strap back on this one. So there's a dozen hats. I'm gonna get those photographed, as well as these boots over here. We have these big old size 14 boots I picked up for $19.99. So we're gonna get those listed as well and add those to the queue to get listed. I also pulled another pair of athletic shoes, a pair of Nikes. I don't know if these are Jordans or not. I'll have to look at the model number. They might be something else, but we'll have to figure it out. A little fish on the back, a little fish bone there. Who knows what these are? I'll have to look. Anybody recognize them? Let me know in the comments. They look to be pre-owned, but they are in that Nike box. So we'll get them listed, get them photographed, get them listed, and list based on the model number and what the comps say they're worth. Alright, it's about 9 o'clock right now. I just finished listing a Stranger Things hat. I've done about, I think, 6 hat listings into the big store tonight. Also just finished washing that construction clothing. All that reflective clothing came out of the wash. And I put all that stuff into a tote ready to be listed. So we got a bunch of nice totes full of clothing, like I said. Pretty good load from this last storage clean out. All that construction clothing is worth quite a bit of money. So we'll get that online as time allows, especially those 2 jackets. Bigger jackets, so they're going to need some space. But we'll get those online and should sell between $50 and $100 for those. But we did have one more item come in and sell. Let me show you what sold. Here's a look at those hats that I got up. You saw the Stranger Things one where I told you about it. Here's that Jegs, that Love hat, that Discovery hat, that Space hat, that Nike swoosh hat, and the Scooby-Doo hat. We also did a few shoe listings earlier this morning. So all that stuff is up, the last 8 listings right there. But let's see what sold. Here it is. This t-shirt sold for $15.61. It's an extra large Newport Blue freshwater fishing challenge tee. Short sleeve. Let me show you the graphic on this one. It's pretty cool. Look at that. Some wild freshwater fishing right there. Newport Blue was the brand on that, but look at those fish. There's a pretty cool graphic. It says freshwater challenge on there. But that's the close-up right there. That's probably the best shot. Newport Blue t-shirt, so $15 and change. We're going to locate that one, get a shipping label on it, and get it ready to go out in the mail tomorrow. Alright, there's the package. Here comes that label. Let's get these in the tote. Alright, one more order for the tote, ready to go. Alright, it's a little after 9 o'clock now. I just realized I haven't logged into the small store today to check to see if there's any orders that came in, so we're going to do that now. We've got the big Milltown Marathon race going on tomorrow morning, so I'm going to be busy with that. So I want to try to get as much work done tonight as I can, so it's ready to go. I can drop those orders off in the morning on my way to Everett, and hopefully I can get this vlog up before I leave the house as well. So we might put in a little extra work tonight to make sure we get all this done before the big day tomorrow. But let's check that small store and see what kind of action we have. For those of you who are new to the channel, just a reminder, I do have 2 eBay stores, one with just shy of 5,000 items in it, and the other one with just shy of 2,000. Kind of the idea of not putting all your eggs in one basket, you know, just have a backup in case something goes haywire. But we had one sale out of the small store. I don't focus as much on the small store. I've got the items in there and I just list as they sell to keep that number about 2,000 items. So we had one item sell out of there. Let's see what sold. Here it is. They sold for $12.70. What a deal. These are Abercrombie and Fitch beige capri pants. Women's size 10. 35-inch waist by 19-inch inseam. So some women's capris. Let's go grab those and get a shipping label on it. Alright, one more order for the tote. Late night orders. Let's get these orders fulfilled so we can get these out in the mail tomorrow. Alright, one last order for the tote. Starting to fill up pretty good today. Alright, I'm going to call an end to this day in the life of a reseller vlog. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the content today. Finished off that $287 Mukilteo unit. We got that all cleared out and showed you guys everything we found in that unit. Not a bad little buy. $287, we got all that stuff. Definitely enough to make some profits on. we'll have to get listing on some of that stuff this next week, and hopefully we'll be turning that profit real soon. I want to thank all the new subscribers for joining the adventure. If you haven't subscribed yet, please take a second to do so. Hit that subscription button, ring that notification bell. That way you'll be notified when all the videos drop. I've been doing these clean outs, and usually we last a couple videos on each clean out, depending on how ambitious I am. But this week we did one where I went down there to Mukilteo to clean it out, and then 2 follow-up videos where I'm showing you everything that we got. So you can kind of follow along, and I always show you guys what sells out of the stores as well, so you can kind of see what's selling on eBay, at least through my little stores, and also what we're finding, that fresh inventory from these storage units, and online arbitrage. I've been listing a lot of hats lately, so that's kind of my thing lately. Cleaning out storage units and listing hats, that's the MO right now. But tomorrow there'll be a fun run, a little adventure down south, a little departure from original content. We're going to go to that Milltown Marathon, do some freelance photography out there for the Snowish Running Company, and I'll be out there early in the morning getting all that action. So come along for that. We'll see what we get content-wise. There'll at least be a few shots out there. I'm going to be out on the course this time, not at the finish line. I'm usually at the finish line, but I'm going to be on the course this time, and so look for me out there if you're running the race, and smile big. But we'll see you on the next one. Thanks again. Bye.